Hi, Scott here again in the Lifestyle Kitchen. Continuing our theme of the farmers market here in Invercargill, I'm going to be making today a wonderful potato bake. So basically we're using, of course, Southland potatoes. Southland's known for its potatoes, so I've actually got some here that I've actually par cooked, so I've just actually cooked them through and they're ready to go. But what I've got on the stove first, I want to get to is, I've just got a pot of oil, and into that I'm throwing an onion that I've diced and some bacon that I've diced up as well. And I just want to quickly cook these off, just to actually get a bit of flavour in there as well. And in this day and age when we're all busy, I'm also going to use the pot to make the sauce. So we'll make use of the flavours and we'll save ourselves some dishes. To that I'm just going to add a grind of black pepper. I cooked the potatoes in plenty of boiling salted water, so I'm okay for salt at the moment. So this is a nice high heat. So my potatoes, as I said, pre-cooked, so they're going into the base of some sort of casserole dish, whether it's a crockery one or a metal one, it doesn't matter, something that can go into the oven. Now what I'm also using today is some more products from the farmers market. I'm using Happy Valley milk, and I'm also using their Happy Valley Gouda cheese. So that onion and bacon is cooked where I want it to, so that goes in on top. Just want to spread that around. So I'm using the same pot as I said. So into that pot goes a couple of tablespoons of butter, which we want to melt down. So what we're doing now, of course, if you haven't made potato bake before, is we're going to make a white sauce. So we need to have equal quantities of fat to flour. So 2 tablespoons of butter is going in there, and to that I'm adding 2 tablespoons of flour. And we want to mix that butter and flour together, which is of course known as a roux. My boys here at Boys High are particularly aware of some of these terminology at the moment because it's what we're studying, so they've learnt about roux and béchamels, which is what we take our white sauce to, is the French term béchamel. So I've melted that butter and flour together. We're now going to add a couple of cups of the Happy Valley milk. Now it depends on who you talk to. Some people add cold milk when they're making a white sauce or a bechamel. Some people add hot milk. It's just a personal preference. So this is on a high heat again, and this will thicken up quite quickly. So if we need to, we can actually transfer from our wooden spoon to a whisk in case we've got any lumps in there. Now what I also need for this is, I've just got some breadcrumbs. You could actually buy commercial ones, you could actually toast some of your own. You could actually just chop up some crusty bread and put some crusty bread on top, and that's going to add another texture to it. As I said, I've got the Happy Valley Gouda. This is a young Gouda cheese that's unflavoured, and then I've also got a cup of the cumin Gouda, which I'm going to finish the potato bake with. So again, this is a good hearty winter dish that can be made ahead of time. So you could make this, the night before, have it all ready to go in your fridge, and then you can pull it out and put it into your oven to finish it off. We'll take a good sort of half to 3/4 of an hour, because remember, the potatoes are already cooked. Our bacon and onion are partly cooked, so all we're doing is virtually heating everything together. So the white sauce is just coming together. So you just have to wait for that to lightly thicken up. So this is just about thick now. It doesn't take very long to come together. So now we add our cup of grated cheese. Now what I find is to change back to my wooden spoon, otherwise all that cheese gets stuck into the whisk. So just stir that over the heat, it will melt reasonably quickly. And if you don't get it completely melted in the sauce, it will melt once we get it into the dish. Right, so that's ready to go. So now we can pour that over the top of our potatoes and our bacon. And again, you could add some tomatoes to this, anything you really wanted to at all. Just make sure that's reasonably well covered. Then on goes our additional cup of grated cheese. Spread that out evenly across the top. And then I like to finish this with a wee shake of breadcrumbs. Just gives another little texture on top, gives it a crispy coating. And then into the oven we go. And here's the one that I've previously had in the oven. So as you can see, nicely golden. We've got that nice, I'll get one of my spoons out, little crispy topping on top of the breadcrumbs and the cheese. So great dish by itself, or to accompany another dish that you might be having for a lunch or a dinner. So enjoy that one, and I'll see you next time in the Lifestyles Kitchen.